2016, Tooting voted to become independent. It shocked the world. At first there were scenes of delight, but when the celebrations were over, Tooting was left with lots of questions about how the government should be run. But first, to wipe the slate clean.
Only one thing was certain, that this new form of government should be democratic. After all, Winston Churchill said, democracy is the worst form of government, except all others. Since Tooting was one of the few democracies to be formed in the modern technological age, it decided on direct democracy, made accessible by this voting app.
The way we vote in the UK is so old-fashioned.
I mean, if you can do online banking, surely you can do online voting.
Why does it have to be on a Thursday? Why do you have to rock up to the polling station?
You can't be forever having millions of referenda.
To limit public voting, Tooting gave opposition parties the chance to challenge major bills by putting them to a public vote. This was the third virtual Chamber of Parliament, the House of the People. Parties were given one challenge for every 5 elected MPs. Given that the people would offer checks and balances, Tooting opted for the more decisive parliamentary system, rather than risk the deadlock of a presidential government where the executive and legislative majorities were from different parties.
What do you think about the House of Lords?
It's madness, and we're the laughingstock of the world.
It's too big.
I'm not sure I'm in favour of us going to the polls to elect our lords.
I'm personally in favour of the second chamber representing parts of the country, maybe by a system of PR.
But should Tooting be a monarchy?
That's an interesting idea. I'm not sure that King Sadiq I would be in favour of it.
I've got to be honest, I'm pretty old-fashioned in that sense. I quite like the Queen, and I'm a big fan of Charles as well.
I don't believe in having a hereditary person like our monarch having any political power.
Tooting decided on an elected president,
Perhaps Arthur Smith.
as Britain's hereditary principles seemed old-fashioned, and Tooting didn't have a royal family.
And what about an established church? Given the diverse nature of Tooting, it seemed unrepresentative to have one established religion. Therefore, it was decided that the state and the church should be separate. There was one more obvious change needed. The experts were in agreement that Tooting should implement proportional representation.
We need to have a system where everyone's votes count and have equal value.
In some seats in this country, you could put a red rosette on a donkey and he or she would be elected.
Personally, I'd go for the fairness and go with proportional representation.
Today, celebrating its 1-year anniversary, Tooting has had a busy year, winning its first Olympic medal, surviving a 5-0 thrashing at football San Marino, and dealing with a large influx of refugees from Merton. However, this tiny country is leading the way in modernising democracy everywhere, and the world is watching. Oh, hang on a second, I just need to go vote.